Hey guys, Steve here. Some of you may know me as being the creator of the Facebook page and website called Spirit, Science, and Metaphysics, and some of you may know me as being an admin and author on the Spirit Science Facebook page and website. If you've been following me on social media recently, you'll know that I've completely renounced the New Age. I'm no longer writing New Age articles, and I'm actually a born-again Christian now, so I just want to share with you, my story, my testimony, and basically what happened when I first saw an episode of Ancient Aliens on the History Channel. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a television show that presents all the evidence that ancient man was visited in the past by extraterrestrials who they thought were, gods descending down from the sky. So this completely blew my mind. In the New Age movement, God is the self. Mankind is divine by nature, so the belief is that God is the substance of reality. God is the building block of the universe itself, and therefore God is the building block, the energy, the substance of God is the building block of man. About New Age, what we're talking about is a compilation of pagan beliefs and practices. The crystal industry, for example, that's $1 billion industry. Things like palmistry, astrology readings, tarot card readings, that's also $1 billion industry. On the environment, referred to the planet as our Mother Earth, and she does this and she does that. She gives us food, she gives us water. That's paganism. Because, I'm able to see how easy it is to be influenced by this type of spirituality. I'm also able to see how dark and dangerous this type of spirituality really is, right? So what we're dealing with in the New Age movement, we're not just dealing with false ideas and false worldviews. We're definitely dealing with that, but that's not it. We're also dealing with an entirely new supernatural arena, a supernatural playing field, where people really are having supernatural experiences. If you drop If you were to drop 5 grams of psilocybin mushrooms, for example, and go meditate in a forest for 2 hours, you're going to see something. You're going to experience something. If you are sitting in meditation, transcendental meditation, and you're trying to reach out and contact your spirit guide or an ascended master or an angel, you're going to contact something masquerading itself as whatever you're trying to make contact with. And the Bible promises this. There's many places in Scripture. Acts tells us, these practices are false, but there's also a demonic reality behind these practices. There's demonic power, there's supernatural interactionism happening with those who practice New Age spirituality. And that happened for me. I saw one of these beings with my own eyes. It might sound crazy. People see this stuff all the time, though. I saw a being I was in a lucid dream. Long story short, I was in a lucid dream where you become conscious that you're dreaming. You're aware, you're awake within a dream. And this being pulled me out of my car. I'm still in my lucid dream, and we're hovering over the housetops of my neighborhood. And this being appears in front of me, 20 feet in front of me, red skin, red cloak, a third eye on his forehead. His third eye opened at me, which is a symbol. The third eye is a symbol and a representation of psychic power in the occult. And when his third eye opened, I got sucked into his third eye. My attention got kind of like contorted and almost sucked in like a vacuum into his third eye. I experienced 3 seconds of blackness. When I opened my eyes, I found myself hovering 4 feet over my body in my bedroom. And for the next 5 minutes, I spent fighting, trying to get back into my bed. And I'm seeing my astral leg or my spirit leg bounce in and out of my physical leg. I see them interacting with one another. And this was all initiated by this being that I saw in my dream. Another study came out recently that showed that there's more witches in America than Presbyterian Christians. So I said a prayer of salvation with my mother, just inviting the Lord into my life. And over the next few weeks, I was reading scripture a little bit, very, very loosely. Nothing really changed in my life. It wasn't until I had to confess a second round of sin. And I went outside onto the back balcony of my house, and that's when I fell at the feet of the Lord, and I was just weeping before him. I was sincerely sorry for my sin. And I just basically fell on my face before him and was weeping like a baby, basically reaching out to him. And when I did this, I felt the atmosphere around me start to change, and I could feel in the air that there was something holy and pure around me, and it was also personal. And I knew in that moment that I was in the presence of Jesus. And the quality of everything around me changed. The wind felt like it was infused with his presence, and when it hit me,
it would hit me. It just completely broke me. And I felt like he was showing me himself and showing me who he is and where he stands in relation to me and to life. How it sounded like the crickets and the leaves on the trees and the sounds that were outside in nature, they were all pointing towards him. They were all glorifying him. And I was witnessing it.
And when Jesus was there with me, I could sense that something in nature, I don't know how to describe it, but something in nature was bearing witness to the fact that this is the Lord, our Maker's here. Here he is.
I want you guys to know that God is not an energy blob. God is not some kind of impersonal force. God is not prana or, some kind of void. God is a personal being who loves you and sees you and has a purpose for you and has a will for you.
New age is the number one threat to the church right now.